Alright, welcome to the overview, settings, and the setup video regarding high level. Today's video is going to be action-packed, and for today's video to make sense, for you to be able to go into today's video, you have to be completed the first two previous videos essentially. You must have signed up with high level, you must have your account ready, because in today we're going to go over the settings and also make sure that you get your snapshot or your template that I showed you in yesterday's video imported into your account. So without further ado, let's just dive into my computer and let's get started. Alright, so we're inside of my computer, overview, settings, and setup, let's go. So here's what I'm going to cover in today's video. First of all, high level overview and settings. Then we're going to talk about the agency snapshot and sub account. Then we're going to talk about how to get help and support, super important. And then finally, summary and some action items. So, as always, make sure that you subscribe and follow on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm posting a ton of updates there regarding the course, so make sure that you follow there. Also share the course, I need your guys' help, as always. So let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. If you know somebody who wants to start earning their own money and quit their job or whatever that might be, share the course with them. I need your guys' help. And then a warning, this is the most important video in the entire course. I say this in every single video of this course, and I'm going to continue to say that right now. This video is the most important video in the entire course. So make sure that you watch the entire video, don't skip and don't fast forward. Pro tip as always as well, watch the video in double speed if you want to save yourself some time. And also to be able to continue with today's video, you have to be signed up with a high level essentially, and I greatly appreciate if you utilize our affiliate link as well. So go to maxpearson.com, sign up to high level, and if you haven't done that, I would highly recommend that you rewatch yesterday's video where I walk you everything on how to sign up with them essentially. But for today's video, we're going to go over the high level overview and settings. So let's begin. So overall overview, basically review the agency view, different tabs and different settings. So what I'm going to do right now is that we're just going to log in to the high level account, and let's just go from and just take it from scratch essentially. So what I'm going to do here first is go to maxpearson.com/high level just to showcase how you can sign up. It's so we talked about this in yesterday's video, but here you can basically go here, click the 14-day free trial and sign up. Greatly appreciate if you utilize our affiliate link. You can see up here in the tab, it says Max Pearson. That means that you're using the affiliate link. But for now, I assume that you've already done that. And now just let's log into the app. So I actually signed up with a completely new account. As you can see, so we can take it from scratch essentially. So this is the account that I am going to use in this course for now to showcase you guys from the start, from the get-go, how to do everything. So as you can see right now, this is what high level looks like when you sign up. So if we go back to the instructions, overall overview, review the agency view, different tabs and settings. So let's do that first. Here's basically the dashboard. And I'm just going to go over all of the tabs here right now, just so that you can, I want to plant those seeds into your head. You don't have to understand everything after today's video, but over time you're definitely going to do. It's not that hard. Don't be overwhelmed. I'm going to walk you through this step by step, click by clicks, and so don't be overwhelmed. If we take it step by step, you're going to be completely fine, and you're going to be a high level Jedi mastermind in no time. I promise you, I got you. So here's the dashboard. And basically the dashboard right now, high level wants us to connect Stripe, because here you're going to see how much money you've generated last month and so forth. So you can kind of get a graph, like a growth graph from within your agency or your Stripe account. For now, we're not going to connect Stripe. We're going to do that later in the program. So don't worry about that too much right now. But here's basically the overview of the entire agency, right? Then if you go to the accounts, so this is basically where you have your own. This is basically sub accounts that you can have. And if you remember in yesterday's video where we talked about the different pricing options, if you're paying them $97 per month, you can only have one sub account, for example, for your agency. However, if you pay $297 per month, then you can have as many sub accounts as you want. And so then if you onboard a client, you can have a sub account for them and use the funnels and the surveys and automations and all of that as well for your clients as well. So the difference here, because this was something that I was confused about when I started out. This is like the agency overview. This is where we do like the settings for, you can see here we have a settings tab as well. All of these settings are for like the overview, the entire high level account, like your business account when using high level. And then for those sub accounts, you can see here, it says switch to sub account. So if I click on switch to sub account, I'm going to go into a sub account. All right, so now we're inside of the actual sub account, and now you can see that the menu items here to the left have changed. So here we have conversations, calendars, contact opportunities, sites, automations, and so forth. We're going to go over that in more detail later in today's video, but I just want to showcase to you now that this is the sub account view for your separate sub accounts essentially. And then up here, it says switch to agency view. So if I click back now we're back in the agency view. So hopefully that makes sense. The agency view are for your business or like the settings for your Go High Level account. And then the sub accounts here, or the accounts, are for your individual clients accounts or for your individual agency account. And we're going to set up everything today. But that's basically that. We've gone over the agency dashboard, the accounts, and then here under account snapshots, we can see a snapshot is basically a template. So a high level call it snapshots. And this is a snapshot that I prepared for you guys as well. I talked about this in yesterday's video where I talked about the website, the automations, all of that I prepared for you. We prepared a custom snapshot for you that you're going to implement in today's video. But High Level has also created their own snapshot. So they have one snapshot for attorneys, for auto dealers, chiropractors, dentists, etc. You can see a ton of different snapshots here. So this can be a good starting ground. Like let's say you go for gym clients, then you can check out the CrossFit snapshot here and kind of see how they built out those accounts for a CrossFit gym, let's say. We always custom build our own because it's just better. Like as you get to know Go High Level more, then you can start to build your own snapshots instead. And that's something that I'm going to teach you later in the course as well, how to build the actual snapshots for your clients as well. But for now, we're just going to focus on your agency first and get that set up. So under own snapshots, you can create your own snapshots, and then imported snapshots. So we're going to import the snapshot, the website, and the automations that we prepared for you later in today's video. But that's basically that tab. Then under reselling, this is something that we can do where we connect Stripe as well. Yext is basically online listings. I'm not going to go over that in detail right now, but basically what High Level do is that they add on different services that you can utilize to resell to your clients essentially. So basically High Level's goal is just to empower the agency owner as much as well and give you as the agency owner as many tools as you can possibly have, and then give you certain very valuable services that you can then resell to your clients if you want to essentially, and even add a markup to it. So they have an integration with Yext. Again, not going to go into detail in that, but here under reselling, you can find stuff like that. They also have a tab called Marketplace. I've never used this Marketplace, like even once, to be completely honest with you, but they have like a marketplace where you can find different services. Yeah, so you can look through this if you want to. I've personally not used it, but it's there. Then the affiliate portal. So this is the affiliate portal. Right now it says request failed with status code. So you have to sign up with the affiliate portal to utilize that if you want to. Basically the affiliate portal is if you want to advertise High Level to other people, right? And then we have partners. This is, to be completely honest, I'm not sure what the partners are. I think this is something rather new. So yeah, I don't know. It's not mandatory to know this. This is just extra stuff essentially. University is something you can click on to as well. It's basically like a course portal if you want to learn certain things. Like High Level has their own certain like training about whatever now might be. So you can find that under university. SaaS education. This is also something that we use in our agency. You can upgrade your account to a SaaS mode account so that you can resell, basically Go High Level as a SaaS or software as a service to your clients. We do that in our agency. That costs extra. It's not mandatory at all. I'm going to have a video on that later in the course. So yeah, you mentioned, there's a ton of things that I'm mentioning to you right now that it's not really mandatory to mention to you, but I still want to go over all of these different tabs so that you kind of know what it is. So far, you don't really need to pay a lot of attention to this. You can look into it if you want to, but it's not mandatory. The main goal right now is just to get you set up with High Level, and that's what we're going to do in today's video. And then under ideas, it's also, yeah, I've never even looked into this, completely honest, but I assume that you can find like help guides here regarding different different things regarding like Google My Business, conversations, email builder, etc. Don't worry, I'm going to walk you through all of this step by step in this course. And then under settings, so if you go to settings, here you can basically upload a personal logo, so a profile picture of yourself. So I'm going to do that right now. So I can go to the desktop right here, and I have a profile picture right here. So I am going to open that up and then click on update. And then you can put in your email here and your phone number as well, your name and last name, so you can customize that. Then what you can do is to go under company as well. So here what you can do is to upload the company logo. So right now in the top left corner, you can see that we have the Go High Level logo. We can change that to use our own logo. For now, I am going to upload just an example here, like Max logo. I'm going to upload the M that I have in those presentations. So as you can see now, it changed to the M here in the top left corner. And so this M is then basically going to be shown for your client sub accounts as well. So this is how you white label it or basically brand it as your own, so that your customers will not see Go High Level anywhere. They will see your custom domain, so they will think that it's your service that you've developed. And also they will see your logo. In our agency, we're always like 100% transparent. We say that we have the software that we've white labeled essentially. So yeah, but that's basically how you do that. So now it's now you can basically rebrand the software to your own. Pretty cool. You can put in your company name here. If you haven't launched a business yet, or if you don't have an LLC yet, don't worry, you can just put in your agency name. It's not mandatory that you must have a company name here. It's more so that, have your agency name here if you don't have a specific company name. Your company email, your company phone, you can put in your company website, and then white label domain. So this is something that we are going to do in a later video when we purchase the domain and set up your email and so forth. If you currently already have a domain, that's perfectly fine. We're still going to go over that in a later video where we go over the domain as mentioned. But this is basically how we get the URL here up in the address bar to say, instead of app.gohighlevel.com, it can say, in our case, in our agency, it says app.homeservice.co, for example, or in your case, app.youragency.com or whatever that might be. The API domain is something we're going to set up as well. It's basically a domain that is used for links and such, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember entirely, but that's something that if you send a link to somebody, instead of they being forwarded to Go High Level domain for a specific link, it's going to be using your own domain. So we're definitely going to set that up as well. And here you can then paste your privacy policy URL and terms of conditions URL. We have already prepared that for you in the website template that you're going to get today. So we can then put that in there as well. And then you can customize JavaScript and CSS if you want to. We have done that in our agency. Like we basically just, instead of having a gray color to the software, we uploaded our blue color. So if you know custom CSS, you can just do that. It's not mandatory. Their basic themes of light and dark looks really good in my opinion. I like the dark one. But that's basically what you can do here. So pause the video right now and then just upload a company logo if you have one, and then just put in the information that you have so far right here. Select the light or the dark theme essentially, and then click update. Also, what you can do here is under company address. So put in the address to your company. If you don't have a company address right now, you can put in your personal one if you want to, but put in your address, city, zip code, what state you're in, what country you're in, and also your time zone right here. Obviously, I have some dummy data in here right now. And then under optimize experience, you can just keep this on as is. So that's basically that. Then we can go to team. And here you should see yourself. If you don't see yourself, you can add yourself as an employee right here. But when you signed up, this should already be done for you. And as you uploaded your profile picture as well, you should see your image right here. And if you go into edit right here, we can just review it. So you can see your user info right here. You can also see your user permissions. You can have access to everything. And then user roles, you're going to be the agency admin right here. If you have somebody else that you want to add in, you can add another employee here as well. Then if we go to billing, This is basically where you see your billing so far. You can see that right now I'm signed up for the Agency Unlimited account for the $297. This is what I recommend to start with, because then, as we talked about in the previous video, you can then have unlimited sub accounts essentially, so that you can resell this to your clients as well, which is going to give you a ton of leverage on your sales calls, because then you're not only selling your services, but you can also present Go High Level as your own software on your sales calls. So if you can, I highly recommend this plan. If you can't afford it right now, the $97 per plan will be enough for now, essentially, because you can have one sub account for your own agency, so you can get started that way and then upgrade essentially. Here we can see regarding the free trial, and then also we can see here some credits from High Level. So this is regarding the I think regarding the mail and also the text messages and SMS. This is something that we're going to dive into deeper in a later video. And then you can also see your invoices here. So when you signed up, they billed you $1 just to make sure that your credit card is working. But over time, you will be able to see your billing, your invoices here. It's actually very easily accessible. And also what card you've added to your account right here. Then under snapshots, you can see your own snapshots that you've created yourself, or the imported snapshots. And this is what we're going to do in today's video. So we're going to import a snapshot here soon in the video. And also when you create your own snapshots that we're going to talk more about later in the course for your clients and so forth, you're going to see that here. Twilio, let's go to that bar. Twilio is basically the solution that High Level uses for text messaging. So when you are going to build automations campaign and send text messages via High Level, you can also even call via High Level, then they're going to use Twilio. And Twilio is basically the market leader. So if you go to Twilio.com, it's basically the market leader when it comes to text messages and phone numbers and so forth. We are not going to sign up with this today. We're going to do that in a later video, but I just want to mention it to you right now. And Twilio is also, if you're going to use High Level for your clients as well, when you build out automations for your clients and you help them with text and email automations and so forth, we use Twilio to be able to send those text messages essentially for our clients. So again, just want to mention this to you now so that you're aware of it, but we're going to set it up in detail in a later video. Mailgun is basically the same thing, but Mailgun is for email. So if you go to mailgun.com, this is also the market leader when it comes to basically sending email. So I'm sure you know of like MailChimp, for example, that's built on Mailgun. ActiveCampaign, that's also built on Mailgun. So all of these bigger email providers, like those tools that you know out there, pretty much all of them are built on Mailgun. It's like the engine underneath everything. So that's the same thing that High Level uses. So that's what we're going to use as well. I'm not going to show you how to sign up today, but we're going to do that in a later video essentially. SMTP service, this is not something that we are going to set up right now, in a later video. Affiliate, we're not affiliate settings. Actually, this is your affiliate link. Yeah, so here you can find your affiliate link essentially. Custom menu link. This is if you want to set up a custom menu link in your sub accounts for your clients. Not mandatory, we're not gonna do it. Just wanna mention it to you. Stripe, this is where you connect your Stripe account. We're going to do that in a later video as well. API keys, yeah, don't really need to mention that as now, right now neither. Compliance, this, I don't have any personal experience with this, but if you have a client in the medical space, for example, you need to have HIPAA compliance. So you can make sure that you have the HIPAA compliance in your sub accounts if you have a medical client, for example. So Go High Level has made sure of how that basically be compliant in that aspect, and also the GDPR. So if you're in Europe where they have GDPR, then they have also made sure that you can make Go High Level completely GDPR compliant as well. And then under audit logs, we don't have to go into that. It's just basically logs that you've done in your account essentially. But that is basically the overview, right? So I completely understand. That's a lot to take in. That's actually a lot to take in for me right now, because honestly, I'm not reviewing these different tabs on the agency view, pretty much never. The main place where you're going to spend your time is under the accounts, like the actual sub accounts for your own agency and also for your clients. But we have to go over like this agency overview when we set it up initially, because we have to set up Mailgun and Twilio and so forth. But if we go back to the presentation right now, so that is basically the overall overview. Review the agency view, different tabs and settings. That's what we've done right now. Don't worry if you're overwhelmed, it's going to make sense as we go through this. We're going to take everything step by step. For now, I just want to mention it to you so that I plant some seeds into your head essentially. The next thing we're going to talk about is to remove sub account. So if High Level created a sub account for you when you signed up, remove it. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you go into High Level right here and then you go into accounts, as you can see in here, I have an example account. So as you signed up with your account, maybe you went through like basically an onboarding process where you could write in some more about yourself and what you do, and then they created your first sub account. We're going to delete this one. So basically go to accounts, go to view details, and then we're going to click on actions and then delete. And then you write in delete right here, confirm delete, and then you write close, confirm close. So we want to do that because we're going to set up a new account here in just a second. So we don't want any like extra accounts. So now if we go back to the agency dashboard and then to accounts and just refresh the page right here, it should be empty. So that's what you want to do. You just want to make sure that you've deleted your accounts. So now we don't have any accounts in here. That's exactly what we want. Then we can continue with the presentation. So we've done the overall overview. We removed the sub account that was there from the beginning. Customize, so upload your logo, write in your custom information. That's what we went through just previously, right? So upload your profile logo, also your business logo, put in your business address and the information that you have currently. So yeah, you should have done that already. And then Stripe, Twilio, and Mailgun. Don't worry about that for now. We'll get that later in the course. For now, we just need to focus on the basics and get it set up essentially. So we're gonna fix Stripe, Twilio, and Mailgun later. Don't worry about that right now. All right, so now let's talk about the agency snapshot and the sub account. So if you remember from yesterday's video, we've already prepared a snapshot or a template for you, or a snapshot as High Level calls it, that you're going to be able to implement into your account right now. And I already went over this in yesterday's video, but I'm going to review it again here really quick so that you remember what it consists of essentially. So first of all, we did a custom designed website. We went over all of this in detail in yesterday's video. You're going to get this website. We've spent a ton of time and money and resources in creating this website for you, so I hope you're excited about it. We've also prepared a privacy policy page, a terms of service page, everything that you need to be compliant when you start to run ads and all of that. So yeah, we have also given you access to our funnel that we use in our agency right now, that we're making over $50,000 per month profit from, and then that we're growing with as we speak right now. It consists of a landing page, a VSL page, a booking page, and a confirmation page. We're going to go over this in detail and set everything up as well in detail, and help you to record and fix all of those videos as we go through the program as well. It's a very simple funnel, but it's a complete beast. This is all you need when you try to grow and start run and grow your agency essentially. It's proven, it's working really well. It's going to work really well for you as well. So we're giving you that as well, completely for free. Pre-built text and email automations. So all of these automations that we can build on our account, we're just going to give you the exact automations we use in our agency right now. So you're welcome, we're giving you that as well. We're also giving the calendar, sales pipeline, custom SMMA settings. You're getting that completely for free. Obviously, you're getting this course completely for free, and the High Level training course regarding how to start and grow your agency from 0 to 10K a month. And then you're also getting this in-depth exclusive High Level training as well. We could sell this course for at least $5,000 or even more than that, $10,000 or even $15,000. So we're giving you that completely for free as well. And we offer you the support in the community, the weekly Q&A calls and all of that, right? Priceless, right? So a total value of almost $12,500. But we're not charging that. We're giving you this completely for free, right? And all of that we ask for in return is that you share the course, talk about it, implement and take action as well. I want to see what you can do with this information. And I want us to change people's lives with this course together. And I want to see results. I'm super stoked about it. Okay, so for now, let's import the snapshot into your account. And to do that, it's very simple. Simply go to maxpearson.com/snapshot. And before you do this, again, you need to make sure that you have your high level account. If you don't, it's not going to work. So what you do is very, very simple. So if we open up a new tab here, and then we do maxpearson.com/snapshot, you will be redirected to the correct place. And as you can see here, it's loading, then it's loading some more right here. And then it says, do you want to import this snapshot into this account? I click yes, importing. And then we're getting all of these goodies into our account. So as you can see right now, if we go back and then we go into settings and then go to snapshot, you will find, if I just refresh the page right here, you will find that we have the Max Pearson Agency snapshot right here. Oh yeah, sorry. So we have to go to imported snapshots, and then there it is, Max Pearson Agency snapshot, because we imported it. Perfect. Let me just go back to the instructions right here just to review it again. Yeah, okay. Yes, so we're just going to import this. So now what we're going to do is you are going to go back to the agency view right here, then go to accounts, and then we're going to click on add account. And when you create a new account, either you can select one of the different snapshots that Go High Level provides you with, or you can just use the imported snapshot that we just uploaded, right? So you're going to select that one to get access to our website and all of that. Then what you can do, you can either search. So if you currently have a business address or have set up your business with the Google My Business, then you can search for it. Most agencies do not. So you can just click on add account manually right here. Then you can put in your information. So Max Pearson. I'm just going to put in a fake email for now. maxtesting123@gmail.com. Obviously you would put in your correct email, business name, Max Agency, LLC, for example. Street address, you put in your street address. I'm just going to put in street, then city. Then for country, I'm in Sweden, but let's do United States. You put in your country, region, right here as well. You put in your state if you're in the US. So let's do Texas, let's say. Zip code, you put in your zip code, and then your phone number as well. So I'm going to do a fake Swedish number here. Like so, and then you can put in your website if you have one. If you don't have one, no worry, we're going to fix this obviously in the domain and everything soon, so I'm not going to put one in. And then you can select your time zone here as well. So I'm going to select the central, US Central here, for example. So you put in your information, super simple, then you click on save. And now what's going to happen is that you're going to, Go High Level has basically created this sub account. So let me just review to you what's happened here, right? So if we go back, if we go into the agency dashboard, if we go to accounts now, then you can see that here's basically the account that we just set up. So now what you can do is click on switch to sub account. And when you click to the switch to this sub account, you will see that the menu here to the left is going to change. So yeah, okay, and you can also see that the dashboard here has changed. So this is the view for the sub account. This is what your clients are going to see when they log into High Level. The agency view that I showed you before, that's just for you that kind of own and control the entire thing. You're the admin controlling all of the sub accounts. But the sub account view, this is what you are going to look at every single day when you run your business. And this is also the view that your clients are going to look at when they start to use your High Level as well, that you help them with essentially. And as you can see, they will see your logo here on top. So, and also we're going to change the white label domain here later as well. So they will have no idea that this is running on Go High Level, but they will think that this is your software that you own and control and have developed and all of that, right? So pretty cool. So let's go over all of these different tabs and settings now as well. And yeah, let's just go review everything. This will be a little bit longer video, but it's good that we just plant those seeds into your head essentially. So if we start with the Launchpad. So this is basically, we're not going to, since you run an agency, we're not going to go over this Launchpad for yours specifically, but when you start to onboard your clients, this is a really good Launchpad to use. So download our app and engage with your leads on the go. So what you can do here, if you remember, we have white labeled our own app that we called Home Service, but High Level also has their app that is not white labeled, that is called Lead Connector. So if you go to App Store right now, you can search for Lead Connector and you can download the Lead Connector to your phone, log in with your normal Go High Level credentials, and you will have like the app like the full functionality of the app into your phone as well. The only difference when you white label is that we have put our own logo and our own name, but we still have the lead connector app, but it's called homeservice.co instead. So it's just a way for us to white label that as well. So it looks like we have our own app that we're paying for essentially. But here you can basically download the app if you want to do that. You can also connect your Google My Business to Go High Level. This is not going to be really relevant for you as the agency. I personally don't have a Google My Business in my agency because we're not really a local business, right? That people search for in that aspect. But hey, if you do have Google My Business, you can connect it right here. It's definitely very a good thing to do, or a must thing to do if you help local clients. So when we help our local clients, we always make sure that we connect their Google My Business. That way they can basically see the reviews here directly into Go High Level, and they will also be able to reply to the reviews, reply to messages and so forth, and do the reputation management as well. So we can help our clients to get more reviews on the Google My Business. You can also connect your Facebook page. We're not going to do that right now. That's not really mandatory for your agency neither. It's you can connect your page to get your messages from Facebook into Go High Level. So it's a good thing to do if you have a page. We can do that later. It's not mandatory for now, but it's definitely mandatory and a really good thing to do for your clients right away when you start with that. Here, generate leads from your website by connecting the web chat widget. This is something that we're definitely going to do on your website. We're going to do that later. And then connecting Stripe. So your individual clients can also connect Stripe. We never do that. And then you can quickly add more team members as well. But this is the Launchpad tab essentially. Then if you go into the dashboard, so this is the dashboard. So this is pretty cool. So in the opportunities tab, this is basically the amount of leads that you've generated. So we'll see how many leads you have here. Then the pipeline value. So you can assign a lead value, or basically a value to each and every single lead that you generate. So when we help roofing clients, let's say, every single lead that we generate for a roofing customer is worth like $10,000 to $20,000, because if they close a lead, they get $10,000 to $20,000 from their customers essentially, right? So here we can see the pipeline values. Let's say we have generated 100 leads and each lead is worth $1,000, let's say. That's $100,000. Or if it's worth $10,000, that's $1 million, right? So it's pretty cool when your clients log in here. Okay, we have 100 leads in the pipeline right now. That's $1 million if we close all of them. So that's kind of the pipeline value. We're going to go over that in more detail. And then you can see the conversion rate right here. How many of those leads have you actually closed into customers? Let's say that's 20%. If you have 100, if you have $1 million in pipeline value, you close 20%, you know that they've closed $200,000. That's pretty cool. You will also see kind of different graphics here on where the leads are in different stages. We don't have to dig into that in too much detail right now. I just want to mention to you again, plant some seeds. Let's continue to the conversations tab. So the conversations tab is a really, really cool tool. So basically what you can do from the conversations tab is that you can send text messages, you can send emails, you can respond to Facebook messages, respond to Instagram messages, respond to Google My Business reviews, respond to Google My Business messages. It's basically one place where you can respond to everything. So instead of having to log into 8 different platforms to respond to all the different messages, you can just get all of the messages into one place. So you will see this as you get started, but you will have different contacts here, or different conversations stacked on top of each other. You will see the ones that are on read, and then the ones that you have already read. And then you will see what type of message it is. So if you get an email from one client, you will have that in this conversations tab right here. You can just respond to them by email. Then if they send you a text message, you can respond to them via text message in front, right from the conversations tab right here as well. So it's a really handy tool to use. And it's very, very powerful for your local clients, because if they have an appointment setter or an office manager that are constantly communicating, trying to set appointments, this is a lifesaver. You can just respond to all of your contacts from one place. So this is a super powerful tool that High Level helps us with. And again, it's going to make a lot more sense as you get started, essentially. Basically a place where you interact with your leads. And instead of logging into your inbox or sending text manually, you can just do it from one place, essentially. Then calendars, here you will see your connected calendar that we're going to connect. So you can see where you have your booked appointments. In my opinion, honestly, I never check this tab. I just check my Google Calendar, but you can connect it into here as well. Under contacts, you will see all of the leads that you have, or all of the different contacts, basically your CRM or customer relationship management system. So here you can basically import and export your contacts. You can send review requests. You can send an email to selected contacts. You can also send text messages to specific contacts. You can also add them to different campaigns and workflows. And you can change different pipeline stages and so forth. Again, this is going to potentially overwhelm you right now. That's completely okay. You don't need to understand everything right now. I just want to mention to you, because over time it's going to sink in. So you're fine. Don't think that you're getting left behind if you don't understand all of these different things. That's why we have the community and the support calls and so forth. For now, I just want to mention to you essentially. Also, what you can do here is just to filter your leads. So if you want to search for a specific contact, you can search that. Or if you can basically sort all of your contacts. So if you have a big database of like 10,000 leads, it's very nice to have some filters that you can sort them through essentially. So that's the contacts tab. Then we have the opportunities tab. So right now, inside of the opportunities tab, you can see that you have a sales pipeline. And this is what you got in the snapshot that we just imported. It's a very simple sales pipeline. I've used super complex sales pipeline with a ton of different stages and so forth. But simplicity is always the easiest, and it's always the easiest when you want to scale as well. So basically what's going to happen as you start to generate leads from your website and from your funnel, all of those leads are going to auto-populate here in the lead stage automatically in different cards. It's going to make sense to you when that happens, but you're going to see how many leads you have. Then if somebody books an appointment with you, that appointment will move over to the scheduled stage. So now you will see, okay, I have 100 leads and 20 out of those leads have scheduled an appointment. So that's good. I have a 20% conversion rate from lead to scheduled appointment. So you can kind of differentiate, seek where the leads are in different stages. If somebody doesn't show up to your sales call, then you can drag and drop that contact into the no-show stage. And then we have an automation that will begin running when that happens. So you will have an automated follow-up sequence going out to the leads that booked the call but didn't show up. So if that happens, instead of you having to text them manually and send them a ton of emails manually trying to follow up with them to book a new call, you can just drag them into no-show, and then the system, the automations here that I will show you in a second, will automatically follow up with that lead until they book an appointment again. So just a very, very cool thing to use that we use all the time in our agency. If somebody doesn't show up, we just drag them in here, and then the system will automatically follow up with them until they do book a new appointment essentially. Because sometimes people don't show up to the appointments. Either they forgot about it. Normally that doesn't happen because we send them reminders and so forth. But something showed up in last minute. They had to left their kid, or they had to go out to a job, etc., right? And then this final stage is basically follow-up. So if you had the sales call with a specific potential client, and now you need to follow up to close them, you can just drag them into follow-up. Then once you've closed them, you can also drag and drop them here into basically a closed stage. So you can drag them into closed if you won the job, or if you abandoned, or if you don't want to use that, if it was a bad lead essentially, if you don't want to contact them anymore, you can basically drag them into lost or abandoned here at the bottom of the screen as well. Right now we don't have any leads in here, so I can't really showcase to you what it's going to look like, but over time as you get leads, it's going to make complete sense. Then we have payments. Honestly, I've never used this. You can connect your Stripe account and create invoices here and so forth. I am sure that it's great. In our agency, we don't use this solution. We use it directly from Stripe, and that's what I'm going to teach you as well. Marketing tab. This is basically where they have a social planner, so you can post your organic posts from here if you want to. We don't do it from here. So I'm not using that, but you can create email campaigns here, for example. So if you wanna, let's say you have an database of 100 leads and you just wanna send out like a blast or an update to all of your leads, you can do that from here, create an email campaign. And then you can basically go through the steps to create the email campaign essentially. So here it's loading, so you can do like a roundup email and so forth, right? Not going to go over that in detail right now. We're going to do that later in this course, but that's where you have that functionality. And then if we go into automations, so here you will find also 4 automations that we gave you in the snapshot. Again, we've used a ton of different automations in the past, super complex automations, but we always get back to basics. Simplicity is always better, because if you have a simplistic system, you can scale that. If you have something that is super complex with a ton of different automations, it's going to be complex, super hard to scale. And normally what happens as well is that if you have too many automations, it breaks essentially, and it becomes weird. There's a saying called death by automation, and that is exactly that. You have too many automations and too many automated text messages going out and so forth. It's not good. So here we have the essentials. 4 different automations. That's all you need to scale to 100 or 50, at least $10,000 per month easily, $50,000 per month easily, 100, even 200, even $300,000 per month with an agency you can use with these 4 automations. Easily. This is all you need. The first one is called new lead, no schedule follow-up. So if you get a new lead from your funnel essentially, or from your website or from your marketing efforts, and they haven't booked an appointment yet, this automation is going to follow up with that specific lead, and we're basically sending them an email, and then a second email, and then a third, and then a 4th email, and so forth. So as you can see here, if somebody submits the form, the case study form that we prepared for you, we prepared all of this for you, then we're going to assign it to you, and we're going to customize this later. And now, right now, I just want to showcase to it. Then we're basically moving the lead to the sales pipeline. And then we start sending emails to the lead, basically saying your free case study video. Thanks for checking out my proven system, yada, yada, yada. Here, if you want to check out the video, click here. If you want to book your strategy session, click here. And as you can see, we've already pre-filled all of these links. We have custom written all of this for you, so you can use this out of the box. So it's going to save you a ton of time. And these are proven emails that we're sending out. We know that they're working really, really well. And also all of these links, you will not have to change anything with those links, because if I click into the links right here, you can see that we have a placeholder, custom values, scheduled page. This is a custom value or a placeholder that we prepared for you. So you don't have to change anything in those emails unless you want to reword something, right? But you don't have to change the links because we have a placeholder there. So we're going to put in the right URL in a different place inside high level later. So yeah, we've made it super, super simple for you. So you have everything prepared here. You also can see talk to you soon, and then it says custom values, your name. So it's going to bring in your name here. So it's going to say talk to you soon, Max Pearson, for example, if I would put in my name in the placeholder field essentially. But yeah, we're going to customize this later. For now, I just want to showcase to you kind of what it looks like. So I have a new lead, no scheduled follow-up. So if you get a new lead, but they haven't scheduled a call yet, we're going to follow up with them. If they book a call, then we're going to have an appointment confirmation follow-up. So we're basically going to send them a confirmation. You booked the time to talk with us this day and this time. Here's the link to the meeting, the online video meeting. Here's the link. And we're also automatically going to stop the other automation. So if somebody books an appointment, we're not going to follow up with them anymore to book an appointment automatically, obviously. So that is happening completely automatically. Then we have the third automation right here. It's no-show appointment follow-up. So again, as I showed you earlier in the sales pipeline, if you're waiting for somebody on a sales call but they doesn't show up, you can just drag them in the sales pipeline into the no-show, and then you will have, I don't know here, 10 different messages going out over 2 weeks, following up with them, both texts and emails, basically sending them a text message like, hey, contact first name. So that's the lead first name. So hi, John, I waited for you on the call today, but it looks like you missed it, ? I understand if something else showed up in last minute. No worries, tap here to reschedule. Here's the link to the scheduling page, and here's the custom value for your name, right? So I think that you're starting to see the picture here. This is super valuable, it's super powerful, and you're getting all of this for free directly implemented into your account. You're going to be able to operate better than 99.99% of all agencies out there. Even if you're a complete beginner, if you know nothing right now, this is how you run a professional social media marketing agency and can take it to 10 easily, 50 or even $100,000 plus per month. And I'm giving you this to you guys complete for free. So I hope that you see the value in this and that you enjoy it essentially. Then we've also prepared a lead nurture campaign, and this is pretty much empty right now because this is something you would have to customize yourself. And the lead nurture campaign, this is basically as soon as you get a lead, we're waiting for 7 days, and then we can just send an email like once a week. Here you can implement like case studies or results that you've done for your clients, basically simple emails with a something interesting and a pitch at the end of it, asking them to book a call. Obviously, why we haven't prepared this for you is because this is going to be individual from each agency to agency essentially, right? You cannot use our case studies, so that's why we don't have our nurture campaign in here. But as you get your own case studies, your own results, and can create your own nurture emails, that's where you will put this into. It's super simple, but it's super powerful automation as well. And also, don't worry, I want to mention that. Don't worry if you don't have any case studies right now, because I'm going to show you in this course how you can get case studies for your agency, even if you don't personally have any case studies. So that's something for you to think about. But yeah, super cool. We're going to help you with that as well. Then let's continue. Then we have the sites. So inside of sites right here, you can see we have funnels, websites, blogs, memberships, forums, surveys, chat widget, media, URL directions. And what we have done is that we don't use the websites, but we have built basically a website and VSL funnel all in one. So here's what it looks like. And that is what I showed you earlier in this video, right? So we have the home page right here. We can open it up and you can see what it looks like. Here we have the beautiful home page. We're going to have the welcome video for you here. We're going to show you exactly how to, what to mention in this video. Basically, if you go to our agency as well, homeservice.co, we can see that we have a super similar layout, right? We have the headline right here, and then we have a welcome video, like a 1-minute welcome video, where I basically just welcome them to the website and tell them, you know, if you are interested in working with us, click the buttons right here. So we have the exact same layout that we're giving to you as well. And in module number 2, we're going to help you with the copy here as well. Right now, as an example, I am just talking about like we're selling YouTube ads to gym owners, but maybe you're going to help dentists with TikTok ads, or e-commerce businesses with Facebook ads, or whatever it might be. An SMA, super niche marketing agency. And we're going to talk more about this in module number 2, how to position yourself, how to select your niche, how to select your service, how to create your offer, and so forth. Yeah, we're going to help you adjust the ad copy on this website, but you have the entire template right here. It's mobile optimized. It looks beautiful on the mobile. It looks beautiful on the desktop. It's fast loading. It has a professional and super clean design. So we basically have a welcome here with call to actions, with buttons. Then we're basically talking about what we can do for them. 3 different areas here where we can talk about what we do and so forth. We're going to help you to get those illustrations here as well, completely for free, or you can have videos or different images. It's completely up to you. You can customize this exactly how much you want to. Then we just have a super clean and simple section where we mention like interested in working with us. Here's what it looks like. 1, 2, 3. First of all, watch our free case study video. Click here to watch that. Number 2, schedule a call. Number 3, we do the onboarding call and we get your campaign launched within 7 days, right? You can adjust this to whatever you want to mention, obviously. Then we have also some social credibility section, like our customers' results speak for themselves. Take a look. We have 3 case studies. This is something that you can remove this section if you don't have any case studies right now, so you can add it later, for example. But we're also going to show you, as mentioned in this course, how you can get case studies, even if you don't personally have case studies yet yourself, from the beginning, essentially. So we're gonna help you with that. And then we have a simple frequently asked questions. Those are questions that you can use. They are generic, so you can use them for pretty much whatever niche you go for, essentially. But it's like, for example, how quickly do I get results with your approach? And they can click here and they can see an answer. Or why do you use YouTube only? Or there are many ads platforms, why not diversify? So you can change this to, why do you use TikTok only? Or why do you use Facebook only? Or why do you use Google only? And then we have a response to that, right? So we have those frequently asked questions, that section pre-written for you by a professional copywriter. So that is done. And then we have a simple call to action here as well. We offer a 100% ROI guarantee. If we don't perform, you don't pay, simple as that, and a call to action. Then we have also created a privacy policy page and a terms of service page that I'm going to show you. We have the opt-in page right here. Also, I can show you here real quick. We're not going to do customize the website right now, but I still want to mention to you right now, because the website builder and the funnel builder is super simple to use. All right, so as you can see here, we're inside of the funnel builder or the website builder, and it's super simple. It's just click and then you can change, right? So you can rewrite this to whatever you want. You can, so here, let's say you want to add a video here, you can change the video here. Again, we're going to go into this to detail later. If you want to change this image, or if you want to add a video in here instead, you can click the plus. search for a video, and then you can drag and drop the videos. It's super simple. It's like a drag and drop builder. It doesn't get easier, but again, we prepared the entire template for you, so you don't really have to worry about that. And we're going to customize this in detail in a later video in this course. All right, so that's the home page. Then we have the opt-in page, obviously, that I showed you an image of before as well. Then we have the VSL video. So this is basically when they opt in from your landing page, we're also going to show them like a sales presentation video, and we call that a VSL, or a video sales letter. So this is the page for that. Then we have a schedule page where you have your calendar, and we also have a calendar integrated with High Level, so you don't have to use Calendly or anything, but High Level will have their own solution to that. So here we have the scheduling page, and then we have the confirmation page here as well, that people basically land on once they book the call. So it says you're booked. We have some reviews there, and we also have a video on that page where we basically just confirm to the prospect or to the lead that, hey, the call is booked. We will see you on this date and time. Make sure to check your email. We use Zoom, or we use Google Meet, or whatever you're not going to use, and we're going to help you with that as we go through the course, obviously. But yeah, this is basically the website / funnel that we prepared for you. We've spent a ton of money and time and resources into perfecting this template for you, so I hope that you like it. We even customized a privacy policy page for you and a terms of service page. So as you can see here, you can replace the logo later, and then also, you know, put in your company name right here and adjust everything to your business. So you have everything that you need to be 100% compliant for all the different advertising platforms out there. And yeah, again, we have prepared all of this for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. So yeah, again, hope you enjoy it and hope you like it. So that's that is the site. Then we have the forms. Not going to go into much detail of that right now, but we basically have two different forms. We have one calendar form for when somebody books an appointment. So we ask them different questions. We're going to go over this in a later video. And then we also have the free case study form. When somebody lands on our landing page, we ask for their name and email essentially, so that we can generate a lead. We can also create surveys. And the difference between a form and a survey is basically that a form is just, you have different questions in a form, right? A survey is basically where you have one question at a time. So you ask them for first name, and then the last name, and then the second slide or the third slide you ask for an email, and then the fourth slide their address. So it's just surveys and forms. It's basically, they accomplish the same thing, but it's just two different functionalities of it. We always use forms for our own agency, but surveys can be really, really powerful when we help our clients, essentially, when we help them to generate leads. And then also the chat widget is something that I can mention. So we're going to have a chat widget that pops on your website. So if I go to home service, I can show you a live example. So as you can see there, it pops up a chat widget. It says, hi there, have a question, text us here. Then they can click here, put in their name, phone number, and message. I'm browsing from Sweden, so that's why it's a Swedish flag. However, if somebody is browsing from US, they're going to see a United States flag, right? And then they can just ask a question here. So, hi there, what about A, B, and C, question mark. Then they can click send, and then you will be able to respond to them with a two-way text communication. And all of those messages go into the conversations tab again. So again, this is kind of the hub again, where all of the messages comes into one place. And yeah, so this web chat widget is something that we're going to install on the website as well. You can customize this. You can have your own profile picture. We can change the colors. Etc., etc. We can remove the agency branding, so it says it's powered by your business or not, etc., etc. Then reputation management. Here you can see, you can basically ask, or use High Level rather, to ask for Google My Business reviews and so forth. We don't use this for our agency, but it's super powerful. A super, super powerful tool to use if you're helping local clients. Like some of our local clients, we've helped them to generate hundreds of Google My Business reviews by just a simple click of a button, and that's worth a lot of money for local businesses. So you will be able to help your clients and produce tremendous results and help them with tremendous value as well by using High Level, not only for your agency but for your clients as well. Then you also have the reporting capabilities. So this is just some dummy data right now. But as so you're viewing sample data. So, but when you integrate your own Google account, for example, or your own Facebook, account, you can start to see some data here as well. Honestly, we don't use these reporting tools that much in our agency. We get our data directly from the advertising platforms, but hey, this is a really nice feature that you can start to utilize if you want to. So that's basically that. Then we can go into settings. And again, I know that this is a meaty video. We're going through a lot of things. So if you need to, you can watch this video a second time, like in double speed and so forth. Right now, I just want to go through everything in one video and just plant that into your head essentially. Here, so right now under business info, this is the information for the snapshot, right? So what you should do here is to upload like the company logo. So I can go here and then under desktop, I can upload the, let's see here, I think, yeah, the company logo here, for example. So I can upload that and then click on update. And then sometimes you just have to click on refresh. All right, so there you can see we've uploaded the logo. You can upload your own logo right there. Here we can also put in the company name, the company email. We're going to fix the branded domain email later. So if you don't have a domain or a branded email for now, you can skip this section right here. Under pick a niche, here you can basically select the marketing and advertising, for example, if you're an agency. And then here you can put in your address of your business again. And also missed call text back is something that you can keep enabled. So for example, if somebody calls your tracking number that we're going to set up, but you don't pick up, you can send out an automated text message here. For example, hi, this is Max from homeservice.co. I saw that we just missed your call. How can I help? So you can keep that on for now. We're going to go over all of this a lot more in detail later as well. But this is basically under business info. And remember, this is the business info for the sub account, right? So because I remember I was confused about this when I started using High Level. So if we check the menu right here, right? Now we're in the sub account, the Max Agency LLC. But then I could switch to the agency view as well. So this is basically the business info for the sub account. So if you sign up a client, let's say you have a gym owner as your client, then they would put in their own information here, their own business information in the sub account, because this is the sub account that your clients are going to use essentially. It's their login and so forth, right? Then under my staff, you can add yourself. So that's actually something we can do. Right now we can't see anybody in here simply because this is a sub account. So now you should add yourself immediately. So I'm gonna add Max Pearson, maxp@maxpearson.com. Phone number, you don't have to add necessarily. And then for password, you can add a password. Don't click on the green button. This is a common mistake. It says reset password, so it's not save. It says reset password. But yeah, you can write in the password you want to use. And then you can go under user permissions and keep everything on. User roles, you are going to be an admin. And user availability, we are not going to adjust this now. We're going to adjust this later as we add your calendar, and we're not going to do this now neither. So we're going to add the calendar at a later date. For now, you can just click on save. And then you have yourself added right there. You can also go into here and add a profile picture as well. So I'm going to do that. Max profile, like so. Then I'm going to click on save. And now you're added right there. So that's good. Now you added yourself under my staff in your sub account as well. If you go to pipelines, you will not have to do anything here. This is basically where you can build different pipelines. As you can see, this is the pipeline that we built. So the lead, schedule, no follow up, and no show stage. So we have that prepared. Under calendars, this is something that we're going to do at a later date as well, when we have a separate video for that in module number 1 here. But this is basically where we build your calendar. So and set up all of the settings, connect your Google Calendar to this online calendar. So we're going to do that later. Phone numbers is also something we are going to do later because we need to, your phone system isn't configured, please contact support. This is basically Twilio, right? So we're going to fix this later as well. Reputation management, we don't have to talk about that right now. Custom fields, these are basically custom fields that that you can add. So these are basically different questions that you can ask. And we're going to go over this much in more detail as well when we talk about the calendar, because these are the custom questions that we ask when somebody books a call with us. So for example, briefly describe your business. What do you sell? Current advertising and sales process, question mark. And then if you click here, it's basically, yeah, they can just write the response for that question. It's a good question to ask before somebody books a call with you. We also ask them about their current yearly revenue. So they can select, yeah, we're making less than $1 million per year, 1 to 3, 3 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 plus $1 million per year or more. And then also, we ask them, how much do you do right now in terms of revenue? And then we also ask them, what's your target yearly revenue? So how much do you want to make in the future? Just some simple, good questions to ask, standard questions to ask when somebody books an appointment with your agency. Again, if you're confused or if it feels like too much, don't worry. We're going to go over all of this in more detail in the coming videos. For now, I just want to dump this into your brain essentially. So when you go to sleep tonight, your brain is going to work on all of these different things like custom fields, custom values, calendars, all of that. It's going to feel confusing, but that's fine. That's how you learn. For now, I just want to brain dump as much as I can into your brain, because over time, this is going to be second nature for you. It's going to be so easy for you. You have all of the support structure like from the support and from the Q&A calls and the weekly, from the community, and a ton of different other support lines as well that I'm going to talk about later in this video. But don't worry if it feels like too much right now. I can promise you, when I started with High Level, I was super confused. I spent $1,000 per month to get their premium support essentially. I got a specific person that I could have meetings with all the time to figure out High Level. So it is a lot to learn, but in this course, I'm going to walk you through everything. I know everything about High Level, spent a ton of money. I've used it for 1.5 years now for myself and my clients. So you have the best information you can find online in a course. So don't worry, we're gonna make sure that you understand everything. Custom values. Okay, so this is basically, a custom value is like the placeholder that I showed you in the email previously, right? So for example, instead of you going into each and every single email and replacing the calendar page link on like 50 different places or 30 different places or whatever that might be in each and every single place of those emails, you can just go in here, click the pen button and put in the link, for example, mydomain.com/schedule in here, and then click save. Obviously, you're not going to do that right now, but then this placeholder is going to replace with this value in all of your emails. So all of those links that I showed you is going to be replaced with that by simply replacing it on one place. So this is how you should build your automations, because let's say you change the URL from your scheduling page to, like, instead of schedule, it's book. Instead of you having to go through all of these different emails and changing that manually, you can just change it in one place and it's going to be changed in all of your emails automatically. So that is custom values. It's basically placeholders. So we have different placeholders. We have the placeholder for the landing page URL, for your phone number, for your scheduling page URL, for your VSL video page URL, for your agency name, your email, and your name. So yeah, you basically put in your value here once, and then it's going to customize your emails automatically. So yeah, that's something we prepared for you as well. Going to save you a ton of time and frustration as well. So I hope you're stoked about that. So for now, I can just remove that and click save. And obviously you don't have the URLs to all of these different values yet, but we're going to get those values later as we set up the websites and so forth. Then if you go to the domains, so this is where you can add, we're going to add your domain essentially, so that we can have your website on your own domain, we can have your funnel on your own domain. If you have a client that already have a website, then we can help them to set up a subdomain and have the funnel on the subdomain. That's getting ahead of ourselves a little bit right now, but yeah, this is basically where we add the domains into the sub account. Under media, this is like a media library, so you can see like different images and so forth. So right now it's empty, as it should be. You can also do URL redirects. So let's say, for example, yeah, I can show you an example. So if somebody goes to maxpearson.com/high-level for our affiliate link that I've talked about quite a bit in those videos, if somebody goes there, it redirects to Go High Level, right? And I've used this URL redirects for that. Super simple, super nice thing that Go High Level helps us with as well. It's not mandatory to use, but it's like if you have a use for it, you can do the URL redirects from here. Integrations. So this is a pretty important part. This is where we're going to connect your Google account, and we're going to help you to set up your Google account with your professional email using Google Workspace. That's coming in a later video, but then we're basically going to connect your Google account into here so that you can utilize your Google Calendar in your online calendar from High Level. So as you get the online booking from your VSL funnel, or from the funnel that we're going to set up, you're going to get all of those bookings into your Google Calendar. So if I open up this Google Calendar right here, you can see that it's an empty one, and we're just gonna customize this one so you get all of your bookings into this one essentially. So yeah, that's basically that. And then you can also connect your Facebook and Instagram right here. If you wanna do that, we're going to do that later. You can also connect QuickBooks account if you use QuickBooks for your business. I don't in my business, so I've never utilized it, but that's an option. Clio account, I honestly don't know what that is. I think Clio is something specifically for lawyers, not sure, but that's something you connect. I've never used it, not mandatory. You can obviously connect your Stripe account. It will not be mandatory to connect your Stripe account from your sub account right here, but it will be very good practice to do it from your agency view account, right? So if you click here, go back to the agency view, that's where we're going to connect Stripe later. I'm not going to do that now. And you could also, connect Shopify into this. So if you're helping e-com businesses, you can connect the Shopify story into here. I've never done it, so I can't speak about it, but that's an integration that High Level offers as well. Then we have email services. To be completely honest, this is the Mailgun stuff. We're going to fix this later. Tags, don't really need to fix that. You can add different tags and so forth if you want to do fancy stuff, not mandatory at all. Labs, it's a new beta program. Yeah, it's like ad reporting, membership. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really sure what this is. You don't need to know about it either. You can look into it more yourself if you want to. It's not mandatory at all. And then audit logs is just kind of, you can see schedule page. You can kind of see the logs of what you've done in the account essentially. All right, so that's basically the entire walkthrough of the sub account. I know that it's a lot to take in, I understand, but that's completely fine. Again, right now, I just want to brain dump into your brain right now. But now, basically, let's go back to the presentation. So we're soon done with today's video. So agency view versus sub account. So the agency view, if you remember, is the admin view for your entire business. This is the admin account of all sub accounts. This is where you connect your Stripe account, Twilio, and Mailgun, right? And then we have the sub account. A sub account is where you set up your individual business essentially. For example, your agency or your client account. So as you onboard a new client, you're going to set up a new sub account for your client. And also this sub account that we're going to create for your agency right now that you imported, we have the snapshot or the template that we give you. That's also a sub account that you use for your own agency. So this is where you set up like the funnels, the websites, and the automations that I just showed you, right? So your new sub account, customize your new sub account to your agency. Let's go over to the settings and review your new website funnel automations, etc. That's exactly what we did, right? So again, just to clarify, this is your sub account. You can see the conversations, calendars, opportunities, marketing, automation, sites, etc. And then if we go to the agency view, this is where we have the agency dashboard. You can connect to Stripe, you can see your income. You can also go under settings here, connect to Twilio and Mailgun, right? So don't be confused about that. You have your sub accounts and you have your agency view. So if you have any questions regarding that, feel free to ask on the Q&A calls or in the Facebook group, but it's going to make a lot more sense as you start to use this more and more as well. So for now, let it be, digest it when you go to sleep tonight, and in a week or so, this is going to be second nature for you. All right, now a very important question. How do you get help and support regarding High Level? Because you're going to get a lot of questions as you go through this course, and here's basically how you get help and support. So first of all, the course. The best place to solve a problem regarding High Level is basically to watch this course in its entirety. I've spent countless of hours making sure I don't miss detail. So, right now in this first video, I just walked you through everything, right? And kind of gave you a short explanation of each and every single tab. We're going to dive into those tabs in more detail as we go through this course and set everything up in this first module. But if you have any questions, make sure that you watch all of the videos first, because I'm covering pretty much everything in those modules. So that's the first place to get help and support, in the videos in this course. The second place is in the High Level 24/7 chat support. So High Level offers completely for free chat support 24/7, and I use it to this day regarding certain things. if I have a question or something happened or whatever now might be, I just jump on the chat support and I get in contact with somebody within like 5 minutes. They have a ton of people on support. They're spending more time, money, and resources from high level side to make the support better. It used to be not that great. It's actually quite good right now. I would say it's actually really good right now. So if I've missed a detail and you don't find an answer to it, then the high level 24/7 chat support is your best option. So let me show you what that looks like. So up here to the right, you can see question mark, need help question mark. Then you can go to the live chat and then you can basically create a new ticket here or an existing ticket or restart the bot essentially. So yeah, very simple. You just click on new ticket and then it will pop up here and then you can talk about, you know, either billing, marketplace services, support, affiliate, or whatever it might be. And then you can just get in contact with somebody. It's about bot first, but then you can basically click a button to get into contact with a real person and then you can start to chat with them. Normally you get the answers right there. If they need to help you with something technical, then they create a support ticket for you and you get an email updated either the same day or the next day, and they've done that for you. So super great support that way. You can also pay for priority support. And they also had an option before where you could actually pay for like a person to help you. And that's what I did when I started. I paid them like $1,000 per month to get in contact with a person from high level to get like one-on-one support. You will not have to do that because you're going through this course. You have access to the community and to the weekly Q&A calls. So I wish that I had this course when I started out. I can tell you that. But priority support, that's also, it's you pay high level. I think it's like $300 per month. Yeah, $300 per month, and you can get like priority support. Not mandatory neither. Again, you have the support structure from our community and this course and our Q&A calls as mentioned, and you can just use the live chat here. It's good enough. Like I don't pay for premium support no more in nowadays. First of all, I know everything myself pretty much, and the chat support is more than enough. So you don't have to spend $300 per month for that. Then yeah, so that's chat support. High Level Support Portal. High Level does an amazing job with their support portal. Written guides, articles, and YouTube videos. You can easily search for your problem and find a guide within seconds. So if you go to help.gohighlevel.com, I highly recommend that you bookmark this page. So help.gohighlevel.com. This is a great place to be. So for example, let's say you want help to set up Twilio. Yeah, you can find a ton of different articles here, like how to set up Twilio. I think they have like an ultimate guide here as well. Same thing with Mailgun. So step-by-step guide to set up Mailgun. Here you can see like they make it super simple to set up, and I'm gonna show you how to do this in a later video. But they have videos, they have screenshots, they have everything. They also have, yeah, it's a great place. So if you have a question as well, you can search for their help guide right here. And normally what happens when you start the chat, the support chat right here, if you have a specific question, if the person knows that they have a written article in the support portal, they're just going to give you a link in here, and then you can read it and find an answer to it super quickly. But they make a great job updating this all the time, so highly recommend help.gohighlevel.com. Great place to get support when it comes to high level. Then we also have the High Level YouTube channel. There's a ton of video guys on YouTube regarding high level. They also have their own channel with a ton of information. For you now specifically, I wouldn't go to YouTube and check too many guides on high level, because high level, it's like a slate, and you can use high level in thousands of different ways. So if you go into YouTube right now, as you go through this course and you start to listen to somebody else, how they do certain things, they have different automations, they have a different website, they have a different funnel, they do different things. So don't do that. Don't go into watch different details and different tutorials right now. Go through this channel first, or this course first rather, and then you can, if you want support, use the chat support, use the high level support, and also just to like, because they have some interesting stuff there on YouTube, you can also search for high. If I search for high level right here, you will see that a ton of people do different guides here. A ton of different people do different guides. But if you go into their own channel here, so high level, they have their own YouTube channel. And as you can see here, they have a ton of different videos like WordPress migration, funnel update. They had, they're posting like, this is like just 5 days ago. So they're posting a ton of videos on their YouTube channel, and they have like interviews and a ton of different interesting things that you can listen to. So yeah, High Level is just an awesome community with a ton of great information. So I just wanted to mention their YouTube channel here as well. Okay, so that's the course. We have the chat support, the support portal, we have their YouTube channel as well. Then you obviously have our Facebook community. So if the sources above, the sources above will basically be your fastest way to solve a problem. Like the chat support is normally like the absolute fastest way. If you have a specific question regarding High Level, just start a chat support ticket or search in the support portal, or make sure that you watch the course obviously as well. If you still need help, make sure to ask the community. Create a post in the Facebook group, and there's going to be somebody there who can help you as well and guide you in the right direction. Weekly Q&A calls, also a great place to get help and support. So if you're part of the weekly Q&A calls, then you can jump on those calls as well and ask for specific help. But honestly, there's going to be a lot of people on those Q&A calls. So if you have a question that I know that is covered in the course, or that I know that High Level chat support can help you with quicker, if you have like a thing that you need help with, how do I fix that certain thing? I can help you on the Q&A call, but it's just gonna waste a lot of people's time if we sit there and I'm going to guide you, like click here and then click there, etc. You can definitely ask it, but most likely I'm just going to refer you either to the High Level support chat or to like search the support portal, because there it's going to be a lot easier for you, quicker for you to go through a written guide that somebody has actually spent time to write step by step than me trying to like wing it off the cuff on a Q&A call, trying to like showcase it to you. So that's basically just respect my time and others people's times as well. Do your best to find the problem using all of these different support sections before you jump on the Q&A call. But again, I don't want you to not ask questions regarding High Level on the Q&A call. So I don't want to steer you away from that. But if you have like a simple question, you know, see if you can find it in those sections first. But again, if you just can't find it, please bring it up on the High Level. I do want to help you as much as I can on the Q&A calls. I want to mention that as well and make that clear. Okay, so summary. First of all, sign up to High Level. If you haven't signed up to High Level yet, well, you're behind. You should do it. Go to maxpearson.com/highlevel, sign up. And if you haven't signed up yet, again, I refer you to the previous video, to this one, where I show you exactly how to sign up, what you should sign up to, etc., what you get, and so forth. Number 2, get to know it. So understand how the agency view and the sub accounts work. Rewatch this video if need be, right? So I've covered a lot of it in this video. So maybe it's good to like go to sleep today, rewatch the video in the morning in double speed just to kind of refresh yourself, and take action as well. Where I show you something, write in your name, implement the snapshot, play around with the website, the funnel builder, kind of just play around with it. Don't get too crazy and change things, obviously, but get to know the platform. Essentially, you're going to spend a lot of time a lot of time in here for your own agency and for your clients as well. And getting to know High Level is going to be the most profitable thing that you do in your business and in your life. Getting to learn this platform, I understand it's a bit complex, but you have the best course in the entire internet when it comes to High Level. I promise you. I've looked for a course myself. There is not a course, and this course that I'm creating for you right now is going to be the best one that you can find out there. I'm going to cover everything for you, specifically for your agency and for your client as well. And if you invest time rather, you have already invested money into buying High Level for yourself, for starting the 14-day free trial. If you get to know High Level now and become a Jedi High Level user, which I'm going to help you with, if you go through this course, you're going to be a master High Level user in your agency. You are going to convert that value into a lot of money for yourself and for your clients. You're going to be a valuable person that people want to hire and pay money for. Don't forget that. So High Level, yes, you might be a bit overwhelmed right now. Good. That means that everybody else going through High Level is just as overwhelmed as you are right now, if not even more, because if they don't have access to this course, they have no idea how to do it, essentially. I had no idea how to do it, so I had to spend a ton of money with High Level to learn it, essentially. You have a free course, free community, you have all the best resources you need to become a complete Jedi with High Level, and that is going to translate into a ton of money into your bank account. So keep that in mind, right? We're here to win and get results. Third, import the snapshot into your account use maxpearson.com/snapshot, customize it, and get to know the platform again. Get to know the platform, important. Fourth, educate and support. Use the resources mentioned in the how to get support section. Educate yourself and ask questions. So use the chat support ticket, use the support portal where you can ask for questions. Like maybe go to High Level's YouTube channel, check some videos there. But main thing, go through the course. Go through this course from start to finish. It's going to pay off handsomely for you if you do so, right? And that's what I want to see. So that's basically it for today's video, a long one. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed this course. Also, so follow me on Instagram. I'm posting like stories and updates on both YouTube and on Instagram regarding the course. You don't want to miss that. Share the course as well. If you like what you're seeing so far in the course, let's start a revolution together and change people's lives together, right? And here's today's quote that I thought was very fitting to today's video. So this is Aristotle, and he said this: for the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them, right? So let me reiterate. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them, right? So you learn by doing. That is why I'm telling you I want you to get your hands dirty, like go into High Level, check the website, check the resources section, go through the settings, put in your settings, upload your logo, do all of these different things, because you're only going to learn High Level as you go through this course, watch the videos and implement and take action. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. So we learn by doing, we learn by doing. That should be a mantra when you go to bed tonight. We learn by doing. Okay, that's Aristotle saying that, not me. And Aristotle was a genius, right? All right, so that's it for today's video. Let's get to work. Let's just dig into it. If you feel overwhelmed, that's fine. Sit back, take a deep breath, keep your eye on the prize. Know that when you learn, not if, but when you learn High Level, which is going to be very soon, when you become that High Level mastermind or Jedi, you are going to be worth a ton of money for a lot of business owners out there. So now, take a deep breath, go to bed, contemplate what you've seen in today's video, sleep on it, rewatch the video and tomorrow morning, and then let's get to work and continue. And when you're ready, we continue in the next video, and I will see you there.